Mga kababayan, marami pong nag-react sa post ko kanina. Ang sabi ko po kasi, if VP Sara Duterte is convicted, it could give the Philippines a chance to move forward with, syempre, better leadership and finally begin to heal, no? Ang napansin ko lang po, no, marami pong gustong depensahan talaga si Sara. Pero halos wala naman pong makapagbigay ng concrete reasons kung bakit siya yung dapat na maging Pangulo ng Pilipinas in 2028. Puro po personal attacks, puro ad hominem. Siyempre nagagalit sila because of what I said or posted. So let me ask you, nagsinungaling po ba ako when I said that? I don't think so. Alam niyo po, it's okay kung gusto ninyo si Sara Duterte. Ang hindi po okay, yung ipinagtatanggol nyo ang isang politiko kahit napakarami na pong malinaw na mga seryosong allegations at tanong na kailangan po niyang harapin at sagutin. O eto po ha, real talk po ito. Kung bilang Vice President, hindi mo na ipakita yung leadership na kayang magbago ng buhay ng maraming Pilipino or even have one sustainable project that could possibly change the lives of the Filipino people and with consistency kagaya po ng angat buhay, 'di ba? Bakit ko naman po iisipin na bilang presidente ay bigla na lang magiging iba ka o iba yung leadership mo? Wag po sana nating gawing dahilan na hindi kasi siya sinuportahan ni BBM, pinupolitika kasi siya, wala kasi siyang funds. Puro po siya excuses na pinapaniwalaan naman ninyo. Come on. She had an office. She had a budget. She had the authority to lead. And leadership is measured by results, not excuses. At habang pinapanood po ninyo yung impeachment trial, no, ang tinatanong po ng ibang supporters niya, bakit nyo ba ginaganyan si Sara? Bakit si Sara? Marami din namang ibang corrupt dyan. Well, ang tanong ko naman po, bakit hindi po ninyo tanungin kung bakit siya umabot sa impeachment trial? So tama na po yung paandar na pinupolitika siya kasi kahit saan po may politika. Ang tanong po dito, guilty ba siya? May ninakaw ba siya? May basis ba? Sa tama pong taong nag-iisip, no? Sa taong nag-iisip, obviously may basis. Hindi ba mas mahalaga po na tingnan natin yung ebidensya kesa dun sa simpatya, no? Now, answer this honestly. Kung aalisin po natin ang apelyido niya na Duterte, ang kulay ng politika at ang loyalty ninyo bilang diehard po kayo, ibase po natin only sa performance niya as Vice President, would you honestly hire her to become President of the Republic of the Philippines? If your answer is yes, then tell me why. Not because she is a Duterte, not because you hate the other side, but tell me what she has done that convinces you she is the best person to lead more than 115 million Filipinos. Huwag niyo naman po akong paandaran na ang sagot ko lang dyan ay tingnan ninyo ang Davao. Na-over lang po yung exposure ng Davao. But given the kind of handling ni Sara, I wonder kung paano nila ginasta yung budget ng Davao at ang malalaking confidential funds while she was mayor, di ba? Well, if another leader, not their ally, will be elected apart from the Dutertes in Davao City, well, I'm excited to know what they will discover. So, wag niyong gamitin po yung ganyang rason, no? That is lazy thinking. Davao is not the whole Philippines. Diba? Ako, I cannot be deceived. I see her as she is. I am sure what she is as a leader. I have seen it. Wag mo din pong sabihin na lalabanan niya yung corrupt. Come on. Don't fool yourself. Diba? Kaya nga, todo defend si Harry Roco para makabalik siya. Malamang lalaya na naman po yung mga totoong may sala, di ba? Baka bumalik pa lalo yung drug syndicates na sasabayan pa ng EJK. What's worst is, alam ng mga supporters na bayolente yung mga Duterte, di ba? Pero gusto pa rin nila until they become one of the victims. Maybe that's the only time when they will listen. The Philippines doesn't need another famous politician. It needs a better president. Kaya sana po huwag tayong maging bulag. Tingnan natin yung mga nangyayari, mas maging mapagmatsyag tayo Let's not just believe what we see, what we hear. Kailangan po nating mag-fact check. Kailangan ninyong tingnan ang bawat anggulo ng mga impormasyon na naririnig ninyo. Madali na pong mag-fact check ngayon. Huwag po tayong maging tamad.